What up, friends? This is Lewis here. Welcome to Nuke the Fridge. We're going to be talking about Cobra Kai. I will tell you right now, that's my favorite show. That's my favorite show. We decided to start things a little bit earlier. The reason is because I saw 200 of you in here. So I wanted to start things a little bit earlier. I'm going to be inviting people to come in and review Cobra Kai, talk about their experiences with the show. I friggin' love the show. I'll get that out of the way. I love the show. We're supposed to start again. We're supposed to start at 8:30. We're starting a little bit earlier. Let me know if this is your first time here on Nuke the Fridge. First timers on Nuke the Fridge. Let me know real quick. I'm curious. Press that one button. Yeah, thumbs up. Thank you very much. People are texting me. They want in on this. They want in this. People want in on this. So they want to talk about their show. What is up, Collaborative? What is up, Nikki? I see a lot of familiar faces. Let me see if I can get some kind of Cobra Kai art up here. As you know, we're doing this on the fly. I will maybe cut the beginning portion of this out. But just be warned, we are talking spoilers. We're talking spoiler. What is going on? I'm getting killed with messages here. We're talking spoilers. Mute? Mute what? Okay, hold on. Is the audio okay, ladies and gentlemen? Is the audio okay? Let me know in the comments if the audio is okay. I've been waiting, Lewis. Bernadette, thank you very much. We're going to be talking Cobra Kai. Audio is great. Somebody told me it's on mute. What the hell? Hold on a second. Guys, as you guys wait, I don't know what the hell this means. I'm getting crank called. Thank you very much. I'm going to get the links out to the guests. Thank you, Bernadette, for that super chat. Well, people could hear me. Could you guys hear me? Press that one button. Press that one button, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys can hear me. I've been told I'm mute on Nuke the Fridge. I don't think I'm mute. Press that one button. All right. You guys can hear me? Thank you very much. Yay! No, we're not mute. All right. There we go with that. Still sending in the invites for you all to come on in here. We could talk Cobra Kai. I gotta say, my favorite show on TV, honestly. So, have you guys seen it? Let me know. Did you guys binge it for today? Okay, I am sending everyone the Zoom. I apologize. I'm a little bit behind here on time. So, everyone, stay put. I got Amy Goodhart on deck. Let me get an image here real quick. I will be sending everyone that a lot of people want to talk about this. A lot of people want to talk about Cobra Kai. So I don't blame them. Get the poster up real quick. Has everyone seen the show? You guys binged? That's amazing. That is awesome. It's awesome that you guys are binging the show. And then you binge because I told you to. That's the real question. Was it me who introduced you to Cobra Kai? All right, we got some people that said they binged it. Gonna send some Zoom links in here. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, as I adjust this. Don't forget to subscribe to Nuke the Fridge if you love films and streaming and stuff like that. And besides Cobra Kai, what else are you guys watching? Is there anything else you guys are watching that I should be aware about that I haven't seen yet? All right, people, I already sent the links out. I'll let people in a little bit. If you guys want to come on in, let me know. I will be letting people in a little bit. Let me see. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cobra Kai will never die. I think everyone got their link. Everyone got their invite. Gene Rick, what is up? Thanks for that super chat right here on Nuke the Fridge. You want to come on in? We'll get you in here. Collaborative. We can talk about spoilers. Cobra Kai never dies. 5 seasons already. 5 seasons. You're going to have to figure it out, Julie. You're going to have to copy it and put it there. Jeez. Hold on. Still people don't know how to use the let me see if I get this in here. Still trying to share. I'm still trying to share the link, yo. My gosh. My gosh. Everyone's excited. Everyone's excited. Give me 1 second. I am trying to. How could I have a private conversation with these people? All right, there it is. Julie, the link is sent. Oh no, I can't. Amy, let me see. Amy, what's your email? Amy, email. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let me say, I'm trying to get Amy in here as well. Sorry, guys. But hopefully you have subscribed now. I will be cutting this portion. I may be cutting out because it's just too clustered. Let's do this. No mercy. Fear does not exist in this dojo, yo. Glare, I'm going to drop the link in the comments. This link is only for the Glarer. I just dropped a link to be a guest. If you click on that link and you're not one of the people besides Glarer, I will not let you in right now. You will be in later if you want. So I'll do that real quick. Do not click on the link right now, ladies and gentlemen, please. Do not click on the link. Okay, we got Glare in here. Finally, first person. Sorry, bud. We did this last minute, and I'm trying to get everyone the link and stuff. A lot of people are really excited for this. If you are clicking on the link, you're getting kicked out. So please do not. I'm sorry. All right. Oh my God, Julie! You are clicking on the link, you're getting kicked out. Julie, turn off your background. I'm sorry.
It's her first day, dude.
It's our first day here. Yeah. Mr. Henry, I'll get you in here after we discuss. That'd be dinner. Julie, when you are ready, point at your ears. That means you have muted. Okay. Let's see if this works. Julie is in full cosplay right now. Julie, welcome. You ready?
Yes. Wait.
That's awesome.
You got to wait for Amy because she's.
What? Amy is cosplaying too? What the hell? Did you send her the link?
I thought you did.
Well, I emailed it to her. Sorry. Listen, okay. I have to email it to her, and I don't have her email. Could you please email it to her? God. Several tax doing a lot of things
sucks, dude. I hate technology.
Hey, I could tell. I send this to you via Twitter. You're like, send it to me via Telegram. Telegram blocks everything.
No, Telegram or Twitter is fine. Not my phone. So now I have to figure out how to get this to Amy. So can I forward this?
Yeah, I hold on. Oh yeah, she sent me her email real quick. Let's see if we can do this. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you saw the Karate Kid back in '84. If you're in
or if you saw it yesterday. Yeah.
No, I want to
Doesn't
know
matter
who the
what you
OGs are. Hashtag
Okay,
OGs.
yeah.
Hashtag OGs. Real quick. Someone has their audio on still. I don't know who has it on. Let me see. I'm sending the link right now to Amy, so you can get her in here.
Okay. I have my notes.
Uh-oh.
I have to tell you, Will, I was not I didn't even know about Cobra Kai. Had no interest in Cobra Kai. But because I love Lewis, I said, okay. I binged watched the first 4 seasons in 3 days.
Dude.
Check it out. I took notes.
Did you watch the Karate Kid movies first?
Oh, I didn't have to. I watched them years ago.
Okay.
But
All
do you
of
have
them,
them
right? All
Do you have
three?
them memorized, though?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did.
You do?
What?
You do have them memorized.
My
Like
notes?
the Karate Kid movies, you know what they're about.
Yeah. What's his face? Daniel's son was a bully.
Bad start.
What? He was a bully.
Oh yeah,
Daniel?
to a certain point of view, he is. That's one
Yeah,
thing this show does.
I'm guessing everybody's seen that one very infamous YouTube video that provides that perspective, which I loved. I thought because I always thought that. It's so funny. I remember before I actually saw that, I remember this is back when it was collecting DVDs and not streaming, right? And I was at Movie Stop, the sister store of GameStop, and I bought this collector's package of all 3 movies, right? And I was all excited because I got it for like really cheap. And I remember watching them like in my early 30s, watching them and going, dude, I hate Daniel LaRusso. I just realized
Daniel LaRusso from the beginning.
I didn't hate him when I was a kid. He was the hero. I was, I was a sheep. I was like, he's the protagonist. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when I watched the movies as an adult, I was like, this spoiled, entitled, ungrateful little shit. You know what I'm saying? You're getting free karate lessons, dude. And you're sitting here whining about having to wax this dude's cars and scrub a deck, and then he gives you one of the cars, and you're still whining. You're still all 3 movies. This guy complains. All 3 movies he complains, and then. By
the way, Amy, I just sent you the link. Okay. I just sent you the link. And Julie, you still have your audio on in the background.
No, I don't.
Someone does. Man, I'll blame Glare now. Glare deserves. We know. Yeah. Hey, the Glare. We know him long enough now that we're gonna start blaming you for shit.
Right.
Hold on a second. Let me see if it's you. Test 1 2 Electric Boogaloo. No, it's you, Julie.
No, it's not.
Test 1 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's you. It's coming from your side.
How could that be?
There's an echo coming from you.
There's an echo. You have one. You may have the speakers on. You may have your speakers on. Maybe you lower them a little bit.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're waiting for Amy Goodhart, and we're and Andy Signor if he wants to come on in. Andy, I sent you via Twitter the link, and anyone else. We are going to have you guys as guests. I want to know your reaction after we're done. Give us like 20 minutes or whatnot. Initial reaction. Talk about the show, and stuff like that. What's up with Karate Kid and me? I'll give you a quick story. I first saw it on VHS, the first film. I was taking martial arts because karate was a big thing in the 80s. And my style was called Okinawa Te, right? Coincidentally, Mr. Miyagi's from Okinawa. So as soon as I realized that, I go, wow, there's a link there. But then as I got older, I realized that Martin Grove, who plays Kreese, studied under my main instructor, Shihan Gordon Doversola. So he actually has the patch on everywhere. And if you look at there, I'm gonna blow your mind, Glare and Julie, because I actually think I think Cobra Kai is based on our style because if you look at the logo, it looks almost the same. I'll show you right now, and maybe I'm full of it, but look at that.
Ooh,
Same.
okay.
It's a
It's pretty
snake.
close.
Yeah, the
It's
colors are
very
definitely the
close.
same. And also our geese. This is Shihan right here. Our geese were black as well, and you could see right here. This is Jim Kelly, who from Enter the Dragon. This is our
Jim
Grandmaster.
Kelly.
This is our
Man,
Grandmaster right
you
here.
come right out of a comic book.
I actually got to meet him. But this is
That's
this is
awesome.
the thing right here. This is our gi on the right. That's Sensei Triplet. And let me see if I get
Well,
crease in here.
where are you? Where are you in these pictures?
Well, I do have
Oh.
pictures there on Facebook, but this is way before my time, girl. So
Okay.
so see right here, Sensei Crease. He's wearing our patch. See it? This is the same logo right here. So it's kind of similar, and this is the original Cobra Kai dojo from the 80s film. But anyways, I thought it was a great film. It is directed by the same person who directed Rocky. The music was great. It was very inspirational, like Rocky. But then, part 2 wasn't that good, but it had characters. Part 3 wasn't that good, but it had characters. And
But Cobra Kai solidified all of that, which is amazing.
And then Cobra Kai came along. But what is your, Julie, what is your overall experience with Karate Kid in general?
I'm listening, by the way.
The movies?
Everything.
The movies, I enjoyed them. The first 2 I enjoyed.
Yeah.
After that, it just was, no.
No.
Yeah, no. But the first 2 I thought were really, really good. And I will admit, in the first one, in the beginning with him moving, and you kind of felt sorry for him, and which I did. But then there was the aspects on, when he just wanted to fight with everybody.
Well, we'll get into that as well.
Okay.
And
then, but the Cobra Kai series, I have to say thank you, Lewis, because I had no intentions on.
No one does because they think it's cheesy. But Blair, what's your karate Kid history?
I saw the first one in the theater, the second one in the theater, and the third one I had to wait for VHS. I missed it in the theater, but no, what am I talking about? No, I actually saw the third one in the theater more times than I saw the other 2. What the hell am I talking about? That was during the summer of sequels that the Karate Kid 3 came out. They called it the summer of sequels. It was the same summer that Batman, the first Batman came out,
89?
I believe. Yeah. There was it was the summer of sequels. I'm trying to think of Eddie and the Cruisers 2 came out that same summer.
Eddie.
And what am I? No, I saw all 3 in the theaters. And like I said, I saw the third one more times in the theater than I saw the other one. I spent that whole summer in the movie theater watching movies over and over again.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
but
look, a lot of people don't know this, but there was a 4th film, and that's called The Next Karate Kid, featuring Mr. Miyagi and Hilary Swank, pre-Academy Award for $1 Million Baby, I believe.
Yeah.
I was going to bring this up. Because I wonder, where are they going to go now that they've brought all the characters from the 3 movies?
We're going to get Amy in. We'll get Amy in here. I'm very curious. I just want to get, where's Amy? 2 minutes. We should have told her. Yeah.
Can they get Hilary Swank, Oscar winner, on Cobra Kai? Will that happen?
They're going to have to make it really financially appealing for her to do that.
It's made enough money,
Wait, time out, though, ladies and gentlemen. We're forgetting one thing. Hilary Swank showed up in a Blumhouse film. They don't pay that much. She has been active.
Right on.
So she's not. She's down. I think she'd be down to come back. The problem is, not really a problem. The good thing is the creators of Cobra Kai, they don't want to just bring people for the sake of bringing them. If you notice, all the nostalgic legacy characters have had a reason to bring them in. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know what I mean? And that's, what do you think, Glare? Am I right?
I mean, yeah, they've done a great way. I would have liked that, because I was looking forward to season 5 because they brought back Terry Silver. Yeah. And I was like, okay, season 5, they have to bring back Mike Barnes, man. The bad boy of karate. They got to bring him back. How are they going to do it? I would have liked that. I would have liked him to have had a more prominent place in the story.
You don't think it was enough?
Maybe because I was just so excited about him coming back that I would have liked to have seen more. Maybe
more of him, or you think he was crowbarred in?
I don't think he was crowbarred in. I feel like they worked him in pretty well. It was just that I would have liked to have seen him have a more prominent role as far as at least getting involved in one of the dojos, taking a side, as far as the dojos go, in the war of all the dojos. But, it was still cool to see him come back. He looks great, Well,
I gotta stop you there a little bit because, and I want to get more organized with the way we, when Amy comes in, because Amy was, like Julie, was someone I pitched this show to, and Julie was more resistant, but Amy was like, yeah, I'll check it out. And I believe both are obsessed with it now. I hope. I'm not exactly sure. But we were all waiting for the bad boy of karate to come in. This is Mike Barnes. If you haven't seen Karate Kid 3, this is the psycho that Terry Silver.
God, he was such a dick.
Yeah, but check this out though. They spoiled
on the Bold and Beautiful too.
They spoiled this though. They showed this as a still before season 5 came out, and I gotta be honest.
See, I don't do that to myself. I don't search for. I want to be surprised. I don't.
I understand, Glare, but here's the problem with me though. I cover films on Nuke the Fridge, so these pop out.
Good point. Yeah,
I do interview. I have had interviews with them in the past. Netflix gave me the season early. But this is an awful picture of Mike Barnes. So when I saw it, I go, "Oh,
I think it's great. I think it's great.
I think he looks better in the show. Here he looks bloated. I was like, what the hell?
I thought he gained a little weight. Watching him in the show, he definitely. It was pretty apparent that he gained some weight. He got older,
but not this much. I don't like this picture.
If I would have saw that, I would have been like, yes, you know what I mean? That's just me.
But see, this is the problem. Here's how he really looks in the show, and he looks better there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But he's also not like in fight stance or, fight mode.
Yeah, correct. Julie, if you can text Amy, I don't know.
I did. She said she's on her way.
Oh boy. Amy, where are you? So yeah, we got with that. So we have 4 Karate Kid films, a Karate Kid cartoon actually. That I'm assuming it was pretty terrible.
There was I forgot about that.
You see, man, Nuke the Fridge is cool, right?
Oh my god, dude, you just blew my mind. I remember the intro now. Holy crap, dude.
It was a cartoon of a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah, everything had a cartoon. Rambo had a cartoon.
Rambo, the cartoon where we teach our kids to use automatic weapons.
Right, yeah. No, and Rambo, the character is completely psychotic. Totally.
Yeah.
Before they had a word for PTSD, before that was even a term, he was the example of PTSD,
And obviously the actor Pat Morita, he wasn't he didn't have any kind of accent whatsoever. That's one thing you're gonna notice as well. But hey, let's start this party right now, ladies and gentlemen, because the lady is here. Amy Goodhart, how you doing?
Oh my goodness, can you hear me?
Yeah, very loud and clear.
Yes.
Very
oh
loud
my
and clear.
goodness if there wasn't ever a technical situation I had just had. But it's done. Anyway,
Well, Amy,
look at Julie. Oh my goodness.
Amy, I want to introduce you.
To do the same thing.
Okay, so
I said, not going to do this by myself.
No.
What did you do though?
So hang on.
There you go.
Julie has the headband on and all of this, like amazingness. I look, I have my rhinestone headphones. I have a kimono on. I couldn't find a gi. I couldn't find like a full Cobra Kai situation. What's up? The glare.
Yeah,
hey, how's it going? Will, what's up?
It's nice to meet you, Amy.
Oh my gosh. Another reason I was late on the stream, by the way, is because I got into all of the like Cobra Kai fan club pages on like Instagram.
Oh Lord.
It started with one, and then everyone, and I'm like, you guys all have to tune in because Nuke the Fridge, we're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about it, and
Dude, I'm so excited.
The fandom is real. So I was working all week at Warner Brothers on this job, and yesterday. Last night we were in one of the little areas, in Warner Brothers where it's like little New York, like they make it look like New York. It's not New York. It's like little fake New York buildings. And there was all this graffiti, and there was a Cobra Kai graffiti on the wall. And I'm talking to the client and I'm like, excuse me, what? And she's like, what is it? And I was like, somebody did a Cobra Kai graffiti tag in Warner Brothers lot yesterday, last night. I saw it. I was like, I was nerding out.
Well, let's do this, guys. Panel, everyone in here. We're here to talk Cobra Kai. There are going to be spoilers here. I'm going to introduce a little bit of the history of Cobra Kai as a series, and then I want to go down everyone, all four of you, well, including myself, of what you guys thought and stuff, season by season, real quick. And we're gonna start by showing my face. Here I am.
Yay, handsome Harry.
I'm gonna put myself right here, and we're gonna start right after.
I can't compete with that. I'm out. I'm just kidding.
Can you enable the chat, Lewis?
Enable it.
Yeah, you got it disconnected.
No, it's on.
I can see the chat.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I can't see the chat. I can see
right hand corner. It's on.
Comments. Hey, comments. Yes, fake New York, fake Chicago. Yes, Matthew. Hey, what's up?
Welcome, Andy Stignor in the house. My voice is a little low for once. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'll try to raise it. But meanwhile, Cobra Kai season 1 trailer teased. It was YouTube Red exclusive. People laughed at it. They didn't believe in it. I believed in it. I love season 1. Oh my God. Talk about overachieving. YouTube Red exclusive. That's when I started Cobra Kai, and I was telling everyone about it, and they were like, nah, it doesn't look good. And man, it was good. Special shout out to the moment you hear it's a cruel summer, and you see freaking
it's a cruel
you
cruel
see freaking
summer.
what's that, like golf and stuff. But let's start with Andy real quick. Andy, did you watch from the beginning when it was on YouTube Red, or what is up?
I'd seen an episode, and then I didn't really. I was busy then, so I didn't really get into it as much. But I liked it, and then I really picked up into it once it got to Netflix.
Julie, well, how did you get introduced?
By the way, can I do one spoiler before I forget?
They're all
my favorite.
Talk, baby.
Spoil away.
One of my favorite bits of the finale of 5 was the little shade at YouTube at how long the video took to upload.
I completely recognized that moment.
Great
I was like,
observation.
Like, you guys took forever to try and get us marketed, but they were like, we're going to show YouTube as being really annoying.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't think Netflix is advertising this show properly. A lot of people don't even know it's out. So
They definitely didn't. If you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known.
yeah,
Wow.
and you're in the industry. But Julie, how did you get introduced real quick to Cobra Kai season one? What did you think right from the start?
Well, I had no desire to watch Cobra Kai at all, none, but a certain person by the name of Louis Lecca, yeah, you, asked me to do it, and I reluctantly agreed. And I binge watched 4 seasons in 3 days.
Oh my God,
Wow.
you nerd! Get a life, Julie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amy,
So-
how did? Oh, sorry. Did you have another one?
No, go to Amy.
Did you like
Go,
season
go.
1 from the beginning? Did you like it from the beginning, season 1?
I
Yeah.
did. Well, the first 2 episodes, I was like, do I really want to do this? By episode 3, yeah, and then it was 3 days in.
Nice. Amy, season 1. What are your memories? How'd you get hooked?
Season 1. I mean, obviously, of people of our age, adults, grown-ups on this channel.
21-year-olds, yes.
No, it's super fun. I mean, it's like, well, we watched Stranger Things. We love all of the 80s nostalgia. We love when those songs come in. We love when there's references to things we know. But I mean, the Karate Kid. So I hadn't watched season 1 when it came out or anything. I watched it all later. Again, Lewis, you were like, you gotta watch it, gotta watch it. And I had time off and I watched everything. Season 1, 2, 3. 3 wasn't like meh. Season 4 was really great. Season 5, my God. But no, I was just right into it. I mean,
Yeah.
when the Karate Kid did come out, I watched it with my little brother, and he's an 80s kid, and it's a great show with great characters, and it's just so much fucking fun to watch.
Well, since you opened that can of worms,
so
let's get to the nitty-gritty. We'll start with the glare. Were you hooked from the beginning? What is your favorite season?
Oh, season 5 is definitely my favorite season so far. But season 1, I subscribed to YouTube Red specifically to watch season 1 and canceled it before it started charging me because I got the first month free. I was like, I'm good. I binged it like one day and I was like, I'm done. And then Netflix picked it up and I was just like really, really excited about it. And yeah, I've been a fan.
Do you have a favorite season out of the 5 so far that you care to share?
I mean, honestly, they're all a blur. I'd need help remembering which one's which. The problem, and I think I attribute that to the fact that I binge it.
Yeah.
And then I have to wait so long, and I forget. I appreciate
That's
the binge.
exactly what happens to me.
I'm impatient, but I do wish it could have been like spread out a little bit more. Because I don't remember which season's which. But I liked the first season a lot. And then I was just really impressed as the seasons went, how they really took the movies and even like part 2 and part 3, which are not good movies, let's be honest. But they showed with such respect and like nuance and like almost go back to make the movies better. And so that's really what made me fall in love with the show, is just not only that it was like, I love Johnny Lawrence and everything, but it was just like, I was just like, these people get it. Like they really respect the source material and they've taken the time to really make it better. And I think that's really why Cobra Kai is so great, because it's just people who love the movies, like figuring out how to do it better and then really adding heart and interesting characters. I mean, I could sit here and bash the show too. Like it's got some pretty dumb CW style like stuff, but I forgive it because I'm so hooked to the characters, And I feel like that's why it ultimately works. But it's like, how many times is the Daniel's wife is always right. Like, oh my God, I'm so over these warring karate dojos.
It's ridiculous. The premise is ridiculous.
There was a moment I took a picture, but it's like, I lived in the valley. Amy, you're near the valley. Lewis, not too far. Like, it's like, he's like mapping out Cobra Kai is taking over the valley. I'm like, there aren't that many fucking karate
You
things.
sound like a crazy person.
Bitch,
Calm down, dude.
Go ahead.
For the record,
Feel free to raise your hands.
For the record, I never go to the valley unless I have to work.
Yeah. Well, I was in Encino.
The valley is like living downtown is so different. Like I had to go to work at Warner Brothers this week on a job, and Jesus, being in the valley, I'm like, oh, it's just
Dude,
Oof.
Amy, I lived in Reseda, 3 blocks from where Cobra Kai is filmed.
I'm so sorry.
Season 1. So I know the valley, and this is no, there's no warring karate dojos. And the thing is so funny is like my kid took Taekwondo, my daughter. She lasted what, like 3 months, 4 months? Every kid phases in and out of that so fast. This idea that all these kids would like
I did
like
Taekwondo.
dealing with these like evil like senseis who are like beating them up and come back and be like, please more. It's ridiculous. The show is ridiculous.
The overall premise is asinine. It
but
somehow
they do
still
admit
works.
the guys and gals, they do admit that though. The guy that plays Terry Silver,
it's ridiculous.
The entire show is ridiculous, and they embrace that though. They never really.
But see,
say this is
Terry Silver, because I can't stay long, so I'm getting all my thoughts on, and then I'll let you guys.
Yeah,
do it. Terry Silver's so brilliant because I rewatched them all recently when I was getting into the season. Terry Silver is psycho in that movie, Part 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like Part 3 is a terrible movie. Like it makes no sense that I guess what's his name, Kreese had a movie and he couldn't do the sequel, so they wrote him to like bookend it and then leave, and they brought in what's his name to do it. And the movie just makes no fucking sense. They're stuck in a tree and bonsai tree. Like the movie is a mess. The movie Part 3 is a mess. And I thought it was so brilliant that they just sort of still kept it serious and then brought in Terry, because the audience, you could just tell the writers were like, well, wait a second, this Terry Silver is an interesting character. Like he's a psycho. Like how do we really amplify the psycho? And they made him so much better than in Part 3. Like, because there are shades of his psychoness and you get it. And I just thought the show was so brilliant to push Kreese aside for a little bit and really give us someone even more menacing, which hard to believe they could have pulled it off. But it just goes to show the brilliance of the show to really give him his due. So I just think this season was really stellar because we really got to see a psychopathic Terry Silver on his obsession, and there was really some fun mind games and craziness. And again, it was just like some annoyance of LaRusso constantly like, dude, come on, he's clearly trying to unnerve you in front of your wife. Like, just chill out. But aside from some of those moments, I thought it was really, they gave every character such good arcs. And they've been doing that throughout the whole run that I was impressed. And then the finale, my God, that was my big question. Sorry to go all over. I know it's your show.
Yeah, go for it.
But my big question is like, where do you go from here? Like, it's such a perfect ending.
I agree.
Okay, well, let's say that. I'm going to say it right now. We're talking spoilers. I predict the series, the show, and then Julie, you go next. The show ends season 6. Then it divides into the Miyagi-verse with the different characters. But the big finale is going to be in Asia, because obviously the Fist, together with the granddaughter of the Grandmaster of Cobra Kai, has more sympathy for Sensei Kreese than Terry Silver. We saw that little wink in the flashback scene. Yes. They put the seed in there. Now Chosen's going back to Japan. He's going to flirt with Kamiko, and they're going to try to kick his ass for revenge. They're going to strike first. They're going to strike hard. It's all about karate. Shame on you guys for slandering karate's a way of life. You're right. You can try leaving it, but it never leaves you.
They're going to go after Chosen to inspire them all to come out there again, similar. Yeah. And then we'll have the global competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want more focus on Chosen for sure. He's
Julie,
so good.
Go for it.
Season 5, he became a very prominent character and I loved it.
And,
Julie?
And this is my prediction. I know Lewis does not agree with me, but my prediction is we're going to see John Kreese back, and we're going to find out that he's Johnny Lawrence's biological father. I'm telling you.
There, I no, I have to disagree with that one.
I know you do. I know you do. But it was never established who his father was, not even in the movies. I'm telling you,
Chosen is his dad. They were. I think Chosen is the dad.
I don't think. I think you're
wrong. Johnny's dad.
Go for it, Amy.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for season 6. You know that I'm friends with Frank Helmer, who is the costume designer of all 5 seasons of Cobra Kai. So Frank and I have been chatting and talking about the behind the scenes, and we're going to have him on the show on Nuke the Fridge to talk about all the funny. He's a blast. We're going to talk about all the funny behind the scenes stuff.
Is six already filming, Amy?
6 is happening. Yes, it is. 6 is happening. And I don't know anything that would like spoil the future. Like, I want to hear all the fun behind the scenes stuff of seasons 1 through 5. But I agree. I think I agree with you, Lewis. I think, yeah, the whole global tournament. I think we are going to go to Asia for season 6. I can't confirm that from what I know, but that's my theory is that it's going to go to Asia.
If it ended right now, I feel bad that it ended because I really, really love the show.
I feel
I'm gonna be
because
sad.
that tournament has to happen. They built up.
It doesn't really though without Cobra Kai.
Yeah, it doesn't. They could end it. That could be a good finale.
I thought it was a good finale. Like if I didn't know about, if I hadn't known about season 6 happening and I just watched the season finale of season 5 in Cobra Kai, I would have thought that was a great ending. Like I was satisfied with that ending. I was satisfied seeing Kreese and the whole, oh my God. Was he doing Frank Sinatra? What's the song?
I did it my way.
Oh, please. That was such a good scene. And I would have been content, but
the Jello.
It was the Jello.
So dude, the DH.
No, I
Johnny
thought it was
Lawrence?
a great end. I thought it was a great ending. But now we got the baby coming. Like there's so much more.
Babies always ruin TV shows.
I agree.
Baby Yoda coming.
We got baby coming. But I think I thought it ended really great, but the fact that there is going to be more is super exciting. It's just fun. It's a fun show with well-written characters. It's a great distraction, and I don't know. I love it. Someone else take over.
I thought it was beautiful. Julie, anything real quick since you've spoken the least? Go for it.
Well, are we changing topics or
we're talking Mandalorian. No, Cobra Kai, go.
No, I meant. All right. Well, listen. All right.
Lois?
What does everybody think about LaRusso? I feel pretty much through all 5 seasons that he was still stuck in the 80s. And his character really hasn't evolved, in my opinion, until season 5. I mean, his whole attitude just was in the 80s. It was in the 80s. Where Johnny Lawrence, I really enjoyed how they showed the progression of him through each season. He grew, he evolved. He had I can't explain it. It was like an awakening. And it was good to see. And I especially liked during each season how they would bring back somebody from the movie. And, you would see the backstory. And that was especially good for anybody who had not seen the movies. Then they would understand what was going on. But for me, it was like, oh, yeah, I remember that scene. So it was cool. Yeah. And I liked also how, they developed each of the characters, Robbie, Tori, Miguel. I liked.
Well, Julie, and everybody panel, let's be honest. We love, Star Wars analogy. Luke Skywalker's the main character. LaRusso's the main character. But no one buys his toys. We want Kreese. He's the least coolest. He's the least coolest there. We want Darth Vader. We want Terry Silver. We want the Sith.
I mean, that's why the show is called Cobra Kai. Like the focus is Johnny's evolvement. That's what it is. It's Johnny's evolution. That's what the entire premise of the show is supposed to really be based on.
And that one kick.
I'm dying at some of these comments, Lewis. Are you looking at some of these comments?
What are they
I am
saying? Go for
dying
it.
at these. Just absolute. I'm just sitting here laughing at these.
Go
amazing
ahead, pick a couple. Feel free to pick one.
No, they're just so fun. Where Debbie M quote hash browns.
Yeah. They play
Great
a
line
lot
from Johnny.
Yeah, they play around with Johnny Lawrence being a man out of time. Like that the point is, and it's funny, but it's also kind of deep. The guy's life stopped after that kick in 1984. That's what it's telling you. The dude just stopped living. And I know people like that, unfortunately. I know dudes that are still stuck in high school. Oh, I didn't get that girl. She did me wrong.
Interneting.
It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. Move on. You know that guy, right, Andy? You know that guy, right, Claire?
They're interneting.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Is like I brought up earlier that independent YouTube video about that painted Daniel to be the villain and Johnny to be the protagonist, and which I loved because when I watched the movies as an adult, I was just like, that's totally true. At least that was my perspective. He's just a spoiled, entitled brat, and then the whole thing with that they pointed out on that was that he had this whole future ahead of him. He had it all worked out. You know, there's that scene in the first movie where they're all on their motorcycles and they're about to hit the beach. And that's the first confrontation that he has with Daniel. And he's like, I got it all together. I'm doing this. I'm graduating. I'm going to do this next year and blah, blah, blah. And he's just a winner. He's got it all worked out. And then for some reason, getting his ass kicked at the
All Valley
tournament,
right? At the All Valley tournament at the end, it just ruined his whole confidence to be able to even move forward and continue doing things, and he just did everything wrong moving forward. And then Cobra Kai just picks it up with him just being, drunk and listening to White Snake over and over again, and you know what I mean? Like loud. So it was just like, wow, man, and it's kind of depressing. But so that evolution through these 5 seasons and this war with Daniel, and they maintained that Daniel being the way that he is, all crazy. You know what I mean?
He's a dick. Totally he tried to shut down Cobra Kai in the first or second season. He went and talked to the owner of the shopping center and was encouraging him to raise the rent so Johnny would go out of business. He's a dick.
Right.
And we didn't notice that, in the first film. He's an asshole, right, guys?
Right.
Can we agree on that?
You're a kid.
Well,
you're a kid.
I think more so in the show than the movies.
More so in the show. Well, no, there was a part where Johnny Lawrence is trying to smoke pot. Okay, this is after Miyagi and Kreese.
To roll a joint.
Yeah, he agreed. He agreed. No fighting until the tournament. What does LaRusso do? He fucking follows the Cobra Kai into the bathroom. As he's rolling a joint, he throws water on him. What the kind of hell shit is that? Then Lewis, the evil wizard, Mr. Miyagi, kicks their ass. It's
how great!
Fair.
How great was it in the finale when you had LaRusso and all of them singing "Eye of the Tiger" in the limo?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
They got a much better music library. Like they spent a lot of money on music clearances this season. It was pretty good.
They did.
Weren't they in key for the most part, which I found surprising. They were kind of in key. I was like,
when they sang,
not doing bad, drinking all drunk, and singing all drunk. I'm sorry. I was just like, they're actually doing an okay job with that.
And that was about the only time you saw LaRusso loosen up.
Yeah, season 5 was just so great because they did finally let LaRusso. I feel like. Yeah, but he there was just subtle moments they wrote I thought really nice where he said the name could be Eagle Fang. You know what I mean? Like they were finally helping each other and became friends. I feel like this season 5 was. I mean, they had moments throughout it, but season 5 was the first moment you really felt like they were finally squashing the beef. And I thought the other scene that was really good was seeing Johnny do that with Miguel and Robbie. Like the scene where they fought it out was actually really touching, but also exciting. And I thought actually was a realistic moment that was smartly written because, yeah, that's probably how they would finally air it out. The show was really smart this season and sort of trying to do it. I was impressed because I thought, well, they really sort of put all the characters we know on the good side and then had them go against Terry Silver and a bunch of new baddies. And I was like, is that going to work? Am I going to be as invested? And it totally worked. I thought it was pretty impressive how they were able to manage to do that.
Can I
Did
say?
you guys see? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, well, out of all the 5 seasons, season 3 was the one I liked the least.
Which one is that?
Season 3, let me reinforce that, Amy. This is the season where it was a dark time for us Karate Kid, Cobra Kai fans. It was just after season 2, which was amazing. It disappeared. The show disappeared. It was in a year and a half. We didn't know what the hell was going on.
Can I tell you one of the reasons why I think we didn't like season 3?
Go for it.
As much. Who came back in season 4 and season 5? What weird character came back that is a small character? Stingray. That character is so good.
Yeah.
Good actor.
Stingray was not in season 3. He's been in he was in season 4 and season 5.
He was in
probably shooting Richard Jewell or something else. He's done a lot of stuff.
He was in season 2 and he came back in season 4 and season 5. I thought in season 5 he was in the most. That dude is a mother. He is such a good actor. He's so funny. And I love watching him. I was so excited every time I saw him. And I didn't even realize because I binged it. I binged everything like season 1 through 5. Like I didn't, really realize what season I was watching until I looked back at the IMDb and then I was like, oh dude, he wasn't in that season. And I was like,
which one is season 3? What makes that one different?
So
is that the one with Elizabeth
Shue? Go ahead, Lewis.
Season 3, the reason, Andy, I'm going to remind you right now why I think it's probably a bad taste. The ending where they had the fight inside the LaRusso house was trying to one-up the school fight they had in season 2. And it was ridiculous. It was not believable. That was the one with Elizabeth Shue, I believe. And honestly, out of all the cameos, I do feel like hers was the only one forced in there. Okay.
Yeah. Season 3 was also based more around the whole not love triangle, but love quad, whatever, love square, not triangle. Yeah. It was a lot more based on, Sammy and Miguel, and then it's a little bit more about the teen love kind of stuff to me. That less than the other seasons, which were let's go kick ass and fight and kick. And
I also feel like Miguel, and I want to say it's season 3 is where he was in the hospital in the beginning. Was it, or was it?
Yeah.
I felt like his back
comes back too. Does Daniel go to Japan in that one?
Yes. Yeah, that's where Chosen.
Terrible. It's got moments.
It was a little bit too much, and there were way too many flashbacks in that scene. There were a lot
of flashbacks now.
Too many flashbacks.
But
I like the flashbacks.
The thing with Miguel, though, which this part was far-fetched as far as I'm concerned. Well, first off, if I was in high school and that fight took place, we would have all been suspended and expelled and never been back.
Yeah,
but with him over the balcony, don't you think that he recovered quite quickly?
That I do, but as far as the cops getting involved in a school fight, nah. We're living in California. The valley's in California. You could go up to old ladies and punch them in the face. It's fine. So it's okay. Trust me, that is really on the news right now. So somebody said, where are the cops? I go, nowhere. I go, it's like real life. I'm sorry to say. You could steal up to $950 from a store here and not go to jail. So it's pretty accurate. $950.
Are you crazy?
I agree with Amy on the whole Stingray thing. But I mean, he's definitely a typecast actor. Like he kind of plays the same kind of role every time, but he does it so well. You know,
didn't
like
you find juice?
so well.
Didn't you find like some juice in season 4 though, and you didn't know why? Like I was watching season 4 and I was like, why is this so much better? And then I realized like, oh, this actor is like bringing a lot, like his character and his whole nerdiness and his and you know all that stuff. I thought it was really fun. I liked it.
So I want to add this as well because we're talking. I'm worried about season 6 the most, but then again, you know what? There's 5. Why am I doubting the creators? There's 5 seasons that shouldn't have been that good, and they were. So why am I?
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
But check this out.
I heard a rumor that not only they're going for 6, but then they're going to do a trilogy of movies, and I'm just like, guys, it's too much.
But wait a minute.
The series.
Hold on.
Netflix series.
Well, let me get to this point real quick. On the screen right now, you're looking at Kim Sung Young. He is the guy with the white hair. He is the Grandmaster of Cobra Kai. All right. This entire thing could be a couple of seasons, and I got to tell you. This is Terry Silver.
Like a prequel thing?
Yeah, this is Terry Silver fighting Kreese. I still have yet to be sold on how this young guy turns into the asshole that Kreese is. That story is still missing for me. Because young Kreese seems like a likable guy. Old Kreese, total asshole.
Yeah, what made him so bitter?
What did it? I know his wife died, and that or his girlfriend is
girl. Of course, it's some girl.
Yeah. But he's still cool after this, right? In the flashback scenes. So right now, if they leave it like that, they haven't really sold me on that. It's still good.
That's why I'm saying I don't like there's too many things leaving me hanging, which is why, you know, like, do I think that season 5 ended great? Yeah, but as a series ender, no. There's too much, like, I got too many questions, you know?
Well, one thing though is I did notice I love the ending, but if Kreese would have just waited a week, he would have been released. Now he's a criminal. He's a you know what I mean? So
he's a fugitive,
he's a fugitive. I think it's going to be fascinating when we get the interview, Amy, with the costume designer. Yeah, and I'll tell you why, because they did an amazing job, and I can't wait to ask why does Johnny Lawrence dress like this? There's a story to it, man, especially with this kind of storytelling. The old Japanese attire, Terry Silver.
If I had to guess, Johnny dressing like that, that's part of his whole, you know, renovation. Like he cleaned up his apartment, decorated it different. He's just trying to be the dad guy, you know, and he's trying to dress the dad part. I think it's just a simple Occam's razor type of thing.
There's so many subtleties when it comes to costume design with contemporary, you know, shows and film, and it'll be really fun to hear Frank on the show with us, because there's so many tiny details that are just completely it's you know, subliminal. You don't even know what's happening, and then when you look back at it, you're like, oh, that's why that shirt said that, or that's why, you know, that was foreshadowing, blah, blah, blah. So it's all intentional little choices when it comes to wardrobe. And I think he did a really good job, and he had a lot of fun doing it. You know.
So they did it with the set too. I saw the creators, one of them tweeted out that someone caught it, that the painting that Silver has that Mark Barnes steals at the end.
It's $100 million.
There's a history of that painting. Apparently, it was stolen from an actual museum in real life.
Well, wasn't there a Rembrandt? There was a Rembrandt stolen.
I think it was the Rembrandt, but I saw some tweet that they were tweeting out. Like, apparently, there's a history of that painting because it was one of the ones stolen in real life. So the creators chose that because they're like, "Yep, Terry stole it, or swiped it." And so, Amy's right. It's like, I think it's just all over the board. They're clearly just doing. I mean, I thought it was that episode. Was it 2 or 3, where the old Cobra Kai crew gets back together, and then they have the look back. And
Season
they brought
2.
They brought all the other actors back.
As hell when the dude died of cancer.
That was one of probably my favorite.
In real life, he died, man.
So well done, and such a good legend, like a respectful tribute to it, and it just, again, all the nuance. Even then, the put him in a body bag, and then he's in a body, like, it was just all so many brilliant things
that was
throughout the seasons.
Intense.
I thought it was
intense.
morbid how like they put him in a body bag and then he died in real life, but so they had this cameo as well, and I think this cameo was the one most overlooked. And this is the I don't know if you want to call her the love interest of Daniel LaRusso in part 3. The actress's name is Robin.
Do you know that story, Lewis?
Yes. So Robin Lively is the actress's name, but I forgot the name. Her name, Jessica Andrews. Okay. So she was set up as a love interest for LaRusso, but Ralph Macchio was in his 30s or mid 30s, and she was under 18. So it's like, yeah, we can't continue with this in a movie because we can't at least that's the way I got it. Is that pretty much accurate, Andy?
I think he was in a relationship too, but yeah, it was like he refused, so they had to rewrite it to be the friend, and so it's like a very weird, like she is the love interest, but then they never went there.
He just disappears in the middle.
That makes
of
a lot of sense now.
Like didn't want to be close to the girl and thought she was too young. Yeah.
So why didn't
never mind that.
Else?
Never mind that Sholo, who's Miguel, is like macking on mid-20s. The girls are in their mid-20s, and he's 17. But you know what I mean? But that explains. Well, yeah, that explains
that's not Miguel.
why.
That's Danny LaRusso's son.
No, but how old is Sholo?
Sholo was 17 when this stuff started, and he was with Mary Mauser's in her 23.
Dude, how about Robbie's abs? Did anyone else like do a double take when Robbie's abs showed up at the
Robbie's ripped?
Oh Lord, yes.
I was like, damn, dude. Are those painted on? Are those real? He had like Zac
airbrush. It was like a little airbrushing situation. Yeah. Like, come on, that was amazing. Yeah.
That whole water slide fight was so stupid.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the water slide race.
Yeah, like
but I mean, like
we're gonna fight over who runs the water slide park.
What do you guys think about the character Kenny from season 4, season 5? And do you think he will be in season 6? Because I think Kenny's character.
I know that, I don't know what Kenny's, but I know that Dad's definitely coming back. There's no way they're not going to bring him back. But who's Kenny?
Okay,
Kenny
so let me. Yes.
Go ahead. No,
sorry to interrupt you, but Kenny. Kenny, no, it's our show. But
a good character though.
That's him right here.
Kenny, sorry, I like Kenny.
I like
that. He was a good, well-written character.
Because season 4, he's introduced, being bullied. Season 5, he is the bully. He's gone like a little psycho. Like he's really
he's went
and I think he will definitely. I think he will definitely. Be in season 6 with the global. Whole tournament that will happen. But I was just curious about that because I thought that was like one of my favorite kind of character arcs.
I don't like what they did with his character. Actually, I mean they turned him into worse than a bully. So,
but that's Cobra Kai, though.
I think they're building him up, though. I think it's part of a build-up.
Maybe, but I think he should be in season 6, and I think he should get his ass kicked.
I think he's going to be a prominent character where he doesn't get his ass. Well, maybe he does, but he learns from it and grows more wise. I think that's probably the direction they're going to go with that.
I think this little dude is like sensei material. I think this little dude, the way he acted, and the actor acted, and this character was written. I think they did such a good job in just 2 seasons, season 4, season 5, of this little Kenny. I think he's going to be a sensei.
Yeah,
I think so too.
But I think everyone's story arc was pretty much done. Who's in Cobra Kai after this? They all threw their jackets at Terry Silver.
Tori still isn't Tori. Wait, Tori.
No, she's pretty much with the other side now. At the end,
I was just gonna ask because I got to dip out. But Lewis, you're getting to the one question I was just gonna ask everybody of like. How do you keep the show Cobra Kai? Like, do they figure out a way? Brother. How do they have a redemption arc for the actual Cobra Kai? Like, do Johnny get to finally like come to terms with it and own it? Are they going to like own it? Like in theory, Cobra Kai should be forever burned and never used, but the show's called Cobra Kai, so it's like, how do they because I don't want them to set fire to Cobra Kai and never exist. I like Johnny's original sort of idea and adjusted version of it. Is there a version of Cobra Kai that can exist at the end of the
in Korea?
Daniel takes it over.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Daniel takes it over.
Well, no, the Korean they introduced the fist. I forgot Kim Sung. I forgot the name of the Korean sensei, which I loved. That they kept her. They introduced her as evil, and they kept her evil. I love that. Never since Ursa from Superman 2 have I liked that kind of character in black. She reminded me of Ursa from the three villains from Krypton.
Yeah, she was a bit. When she first got off the plane in season 4, and she had that big braid, that big hair extension. I was like, okay, that no. Was it the end of season 4 when she was, or the beginning of season 5? Okay.
No, she was. She's a new character this season. Yes.
She was only in season 5. Anyway, yes. The season's blur. But when she got off the plane and we see her with that big hair, I was like, okay, is that like a look? She had this whole like Beyonce, like the braid. And then you see her in the dojo working that same hairpiece. I was like, okay, go bitch.
Yeah, and right here is not a good example, but throughout the show, like she looks so proud, so cocky. I fucking love that. I love that. I love that. You know what I mean? I just love that. And she used her hair to hit Tori, I believe. And let's talk about Tori. Tori's a fucking great character, isn't she? Everyone's great here. Sam is probably the weakest one, but holy shit, Tori's so good. I feel so bad for that character. You know, her mom has cancer.
And she's doing everything.
She's doing everything.
Eating all that Chinese food that's going to waste.
She's being manipulated with a crease. That's another question. Like, you can mention a character and just deviate from the conversation here, because is Kreese a good or bad guy? What do you guys think? I can't tell anymore.
Oh, he's
too many dimensions.
He started out bad, and then I think in season 4, I think he started seeing the light, and you started seeing a turnaround, and then, you know, John Terry sets him up. He goes to prison, and yeah, I think he's having remorse. Buyer's remorse with what he did.
I don't see any remorse.
You don't? See any remorse. I did. Yeah.
Man, it seems like he's faking it though sometimes. See, I can look at it both ways.
Yeah, he's super manipulative.
But let me bring that back to Johnny Lawrence. Why is he so attached to Lawrence?
Okay, Okay, they explained it in season 4. They did the flashback. His mom, the dad left the family. Okay, when he was a little kid, he was trying to find himself, and they show him in front of the Cobra Kai. He knew who his dad was. It's not Kreese.
He said he doesn't.
Because it's a figure of speech. He left him when he was like 5 or 6. You see him skateboarding or whatever. He stops right in front. There's that scene where he stops right in front of the Cobra Kai dojo, and it's the one from part 1. Sorry. And you see the logo, and they CGI to make it look like the old dojo. He meets Kreese when Kreese is in his 20s, right? After Vietnam.
I'll be extremely disappointed if they write it to where he's his dad. I'll think that's weak. I'll be like, dude, really?
That's Julie's conspiracy theory.
I'm sticking with it, and I'm going to tell all of you at the end of season 6 when we find out the biological father. I'm going to say, "I told you so."
I hope you're wrong. Okay. I hope you're wrong.
Yeah, I think what makes this show just really fun is like the character arc. You know, like we were saying, like Stingray or Kenny or I love Eli. Is it Eli Hawk?
Yeah, Eli Moskowitz.
Oh, Eli Moskowitz, Hawk. I love that character. Dimitri.
Yeah.
His best friend. I love those characters. Like that's like part of the show that is just so much fun because I don't know. It's just, we know we're going to get all the other corn. We're going to get the corny, Ralph Macchio, this and that and the other. But like, I love how the other characters were just really fun to watch and follow and evolve throughout the seasons.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, I personally think they're done unless they go to Asia and stir up shit with the Cobra Kai.
Amy already confirmed that season 6 is happening, so they're
it is happening.
Yeah,
but
that is.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be in Asia, though. I don't think the Valley's over.
Not the whole season.
That I could see. Not the entire season.
Not the whole season.
Aftermath.
It's too expensive to film in Asia, but I think the story is going there for the. It's going to Asia, and I think the story is going to go there for the big tournament.
I got you, Andy. I think you're out of here. Hold on, Andy. Okay, listen. I will say this. I don't want to sound like a shill, but so I'm going to give you a few things I didn't like. I don't like the tournament. It feels redundant. Another tournament this time's worldwide. I hope they forget about that. Honestly, was there anything in the show that you could do without on the panel? That was kind of like, all right.
I want to see. I like the tournament idea because I want to see a best of the best type thing happen.
I do too.
Yes,
I do too.
That's what I want to see. I want to see like them go up against, like where's the limit with Cobra Kai, with Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang. I mean, where's the limit? Like who are the best in the world? I want to see them like get to those heights. So that's why I like the idea of the tournament.
The one other moment I was going to say that I did love was when they're doing the montage for the global, whatever was the karate, whatever the Japanese karate, whatever they were.
Setai
Takai moment where Johnny
Setai Takai.
Sekai Takai.
The moment where Johnny's like doing all this, they blow the watermelon and Johnny's trying to explain it and starts explaining Rocky 4. And the judge is like, "Yeah, Drago!"
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was a great moment.
Did you guys see?
LaRusso looks like, oh God, it worked. Thank God. It was very.
Did you guys see?
Like, of course, as he was saying, I'm like, yeah, Rocky 4. We don't need machines. I was like, he's totally quoting Rocky 4, and I loved that the judge caught it and was like, hell's yeah, that's brilliant.
Yes.
Did you guys see Ralph Macchio on Jimmy Kimmel promoting season 5?
No.
And he was telling a story, and he was telling stories about the writing ideas that were taking place back in the Karate Kid sequel days, right?
Oh yeah,
back in the 80s, and somebody came up with like, oh well, Karate Kid meets like Rocky's Kid or something like that, which is ridiculous. But what that did was that just reinforced to me that like Ralph Macchio is so invested in this that he wants to make it good, and everybody involved wants to make it good. William Zappa wants to make it really good. And so they're really going to be committed to like making these sequels or making the series like the best that it could possibly be. Like they're really committed into the writing. So I'm expecting good things to happen.
Throughout the years, I've always read here and there that it's Ralph Macchio is the one that has stopped the comebacks. Let's reboot it. He's actually the person that has the most pride. He doesn't want to just come back.
Well, that's my
Obviously,
point.
He's probably super rich too, so he doesn't really need the money. So,
how is he super rich?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
That's some great roles, man.
Hold on a second, guys. He's rich because I'll tell you right now, in the 80s, the actors were actors. Like it's iconic.
That was the 80s.
And
it's been
he was
40
smart
years
with his money.
Bro,
like, if he was smart with his money, he could live off the outsiders.
Yeah.
He could live off the outsiders.
Well, how many re-releases of Karate Kid are there? He got paid for those, Blu-ray.
Right.
So
every time it's on the show.
He's not super rich. This show made him rich.
Well,
richer for sure. But before Cobra Kai, I'm sure he was doing conventions and stuff.
He doesn't do conventions, bro.
Struggling.
now.
No, people always think, oh, actors in the 80s are rich because they're famous. It's like, no, people are working, they're like busting their chops, like doing their thing. Ralph
But he said-
Macchio is what,
Studios,
60.
8 million net worth is nothing to shake a stick at.
No.
But that's like what you Google. But like
Yeah, but
anyone
that
can
million
Google.
is not filthy rich.
No.
For me, I would be filthy rich, but for somebody in Hollywood, 8 million.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the information they get for that though, like when you go like, oh, what is so and so's net worth? Like all that shit is all bullshit. Like I'm just saying, like nobody's
I know the
net
guy makes
worth
that
is
site.
what.
It's
Yeah,
100%.
what's off the books?
Nobody's net worth on Google or Wikipedia is
Right.
actually that. Like
Right.
there's a lot of actors that are hard working actors, like busting their asses, and they're not like celebrities, like they're doing their thing and working to like,
one thing about
their
Ralph
bills.
Macchio, he never gave me the impression it's like, yeah, let's do the remake so we could cash in on it. That's the reason I do give him props for that. It seems like he's always like, either we do it right or we don't do it at all. And
I
that's,
really think the move because the two best reboots in my opinion are Cobra Kai from Karate Kid and Creed from Rocky. Like there
Yeah.
would be a crossover, I think, that could work there. And if they couldn't do the characters, because I know Stallone's never going to do Rocky probably now because of the rights issue, I still wish the show would do. At this point, it would be kind of fun to do some sort of stunt cast like that, where it's like, I'd love to see Macchio go after Stallone as who's playing like the best.
I would
I'm
love
too
that.
in love with the
That'd be
Rocky
amazing.
franchise.
Or like Chuck Norris, or like there's so many people you could get. Van Damme, like get a real classic character and like start do. Netflix needs to step it up and do a stunt cast where they get to surprise you with. We've gone through the ringer of Karate Kid cast. I'm impressed, but like it'd be fun to have one more. You know what I mean? Like one more. Let's get someone actually really stunty in there and have some fun. Can you imagine Stallone versus Macchio? That'd be so fun.
I
Stallone
totally
is
disagree.
too old.
I totally disagree, but
I don't mean
I
as
just can't
Rocky.
have it.
I don't mean as Rocky. I just mean like
okay.
like give him a cool new character.
Oh.
Yeah.
you can't do
or
Rocky
even as a
real quick.
trainer somehow. Like what if they go into this whole mixed martial arts thing and then he comes in as a boxing trainer, but he's not Rocky, but he's kind of the Rocky character more.
I don't know. Hashtag Brigitte Nielsen.
You would?
No, I said Brigitte Nielsen. I was just saying, like, you guys were talking about like all the,
Oh yeah, the old.
I love
like,
the Creed reboot, man.
Like, I'm just saying, like,
Wild
no,
about
I
it.
know. I'm just saying, like, yes.
Lewis, keep talking. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Andy.
99.
Okay, let's set some callers in here. But first, I want to say the one thing
There
I
is
really
some fun, Lewis. There are some fun fucking comments happening right now.
All right,
and
well,
I
I'm gonna
can't
drop the
comment
link.
back to them, but you gotta like see what people are chatting about in here. It's really fun. Say hi to everyone.
Okay, I dropped the link. Mods, do not repeat dropping the link because I'm limited in room. But okay, this is what I'm gonna say. There's one thing I really fucking hate about this show. You guys want to know what it is?
Yes.
Yes.
This really pisses me off, like a lot. Glare and Julie and Amy and everyone watching.
Why are you
This
targeting
really,
me, dude?
huh?
I'm just kidding. I'm
No,
messing with
listen. There's one thing I really hate about this. I feel that if the creators of this show would have made a fucking Star Wars movie, Star Wars would have been all world right now. Because this is what Star Wars is all about. The Sith, the training, the Jedi, the fucking betrayal between masters, the betrayal between a son and father. Everything is there. The elements that Star Wars should have been. And Star Wars is my jam. The reason I want to cover movies all my life is because of Star Wars. That's how it started. And I'm looking at Cobra Kai and I'm seeing Terry Silver is fucking Darth Vader and the fucking Emperor is Sensei Kreese. And then there's more to it. And there's Dark Jedis, there's like LaRusso. Well, no, not necessarily LaRusso, but like Chosen.
Wouldn't the Emperor really be the white-haired guy? Like
correct.
It seems like Yeah, it seems like Darth Vader. I mean, there's an equal. Kreese and Terry Silver seem to have been training in the same time and learning at the same time and everything. So yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying with the Star Wars thing, and I agree with you. That would be cool,
Dude.
But to have them both like, coming up and then, but they never butted heads up until this point, which is crazy.
The scene where Johnny Lawrence at the end of last season or one of the seasons, he runs into his Cobra Kai dojo to finally kick Kreese's ass. And the music is beautiful. I think it's actually season 3. The worst one is amazing. He runs in, he goes to the back, and the music is just like confrontational. Da-na-na, and then he turns the corner, and Kreese is training his fucking son. Holy shit. Remember that scene? Holy shit. Dude, that's a turn to the dark side, bro.
No,
and in the fight between his
guys
son,
are dirty. The way that they met the psychological warfare on this show is so dirty. It's like, I'm gonna fuck with your family. And
the show's getting better as we
get as
talk
low
about
as I
it.
can get.
Yeah.
The show gets better and better. One of my the things that annoyed me about the show from the beginning was Russo's wife. What's her name? What's the wife's name?
Angela or let me see, look at it right now. Yeah, but yeah,
she's always with fucking
espresso.
Amanda. And I was she's always drinking an espresso. And I was like, oh my God, can I watch like a Valley, California, like wife? And then when it got, I was like, I can't watch. And then when it got to the point where in season 4, when she was like, oh yeah, I fucking took a baseball bat and like beat up this car and like da 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 da. Then they got in the whole like bar fight, like that. I was like, that made me like Cobra Kai more, because I was like, okay, this like tighty whitey, like uptight, like housewifey, girl. She was actually a badass and in like Arrested and all that stuff. So
well, Amy also, what I loved about her was her constantly being Ralph, Amanda, Ralph Macchio's, kind of like, don't do this. This is stupid. This is all about karate. Control yourself. Fuck this testosterone shit. Toxic masculinity. Not really saying that, but implying it. And the first thing she does when she meets Kreese is slap him.
Yeah.
She can't control.
I like that, but that's good.
His ass.
I'm telling you, she's the most patient wife of any wife character in anything. Yeah. She's the most patient.
But a lot of shows would like have that character like kind of go throughout all the episodes or all the seasons. And like that's what I like about Cobra Kai, is that all of these like all of the characters that I didn't like, all of a sudden I like. So I'm like, oh, that bitch, I didn't like her. She was uptight. She was like, oh, man, I can't relate to her. And then I was like, oh fuck, she took a baseball bat and did what? And like all of the characters that we kind of start not liking or confused about turn into characters that we like. And I think that's really good writing and good directing, good writing on the show, because
absolutely. Yeah. Well, I have a few. We have a few phone calls. Like we're going to take 3.
Yes.
And I want to know what you guys think. And before we start, I want to thank you all, because today, Nuke the Fridge has hit 35,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We don't update this channel that much. It's mostly interviews, but we are stepping it up for movie talk and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys, and hopefully you guys are having fun. I have movie passes coming up for free, selective cities, in select theaters and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. We're just going to have fun here. But Bernadette Lone Fire, welcome to Nuke the Fridge.
Bernadette!
What is your thoughts here on Cobra Kai? I know you binged it. What do you think?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hi everyone. All the beautiful people on here. I freaking thought this was the best season right now. I mean, it just kept me going. I laughed, I cried, I screamed, I cussed, I yelled at the characters. But I still have to say though, I never really liked Daniel's wife. Still don't. I still don't like her. Or his son. They just annoy me. But Sam kind of finally is not as whiny as she was in the other seasons. So finally.
Her martial arts got better too. And I don't one of my
I like the wife more than I like Daniel.
I agree. I agree.
I think she's the most patient individual. She's the most patient wife of any movie wife or TV wife ever.
Well, he became just dark in season 5. He changed roles with Johnny and became drinking and just becoming obsessed. And
I think his true colors showed is what happened.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because
let me also, Bernadette, also, I don't know if you noticed this, because there's a lot of layers to this show, and I could talk about it for hours. Unfortunately, I am going to try to watch Lord of the Rings tonight. It's my last time I'm going to watch it. If it doesn't get better, I'm sorry, I'm out of there. but listen, it's another debate for another time. Listen. That's why you.
That's another show.
Hold on. What was I even talking about? You guys changed. What were we talking about? Bernadette? The what? No, before that, Cobra Kai.
A Cobra Kai. Okay.
Damn, I forgot I lost my my thought here. See what Amy does to me? Damn. I just want to say this is the best show. I'm sad. It looks like it's coming to an end, but all great things do come to an end. That being said, I'm not going to underestimate the creators. I'm not going to second guess them. We second guessed them from the beginning. They've already proven us wrong 5 times. There's three creators. So if one of them has a dumb idea, the other one will tap them on the shoulder and go, "Dude, that's dumb." And so that's an advantage. There's three eyes on it. I think. See, and one thing that they're doing that's very smart that I read somewhere is that they're not writing shit. They're waiting till they finish their next project and then they're going to start writing, which is smart because I think they're going to look at what people thought of this and then go from there. Because with stories, it's like the future, always in motion, just like Yoda said, right? So you could change it up, tweak it here and that. I want more of her. Honestly, this character has a Kim Sung Young, I believe, the granddaughter of the main Cobra Kai founder. This show is so detailed, guys, that it always bothered me that they call it Cobra Kai is called karate, and it's really a Korean style because Koreans don't use the word karate, but they said it was Tang Soo Do. Tang Soo Do is actually Japanese influenced, so they use the word karate to describe it, and they also use the word sensei, which is Japanese word. But I always wonder why are the Koreans using the word sensei? So they kind of went as far as like research martial arts deeply to get you that much detail into the show. So I don't know. All around, I'm just blown away. Bernadette, last thought before we get to our next caller.
Well, I just want to say I loved how she put Silver in his place. I love that when he's just kind of like just shut up when she ever talked, and I love that about her. She's badass. But I'm glad Tori kind of saw what was going on, what Robbie was trying to tell them in the first place. And I think, honestly, I already knew there were going to be a season 6 because when it showed Kreese at the end, you're like, oh, season 6, come on. You know? But I think I'm hoping in a way, since they're bringing almost everyone back that is still, currently alive, that Hilary Swank might, just because she's got connections with Mr. Miyagi. Maybe.
A few things that they, panel, what do you think of this? A few things we haven't seen is 1, Hilary Swank. Number 2, Miyagi healing. This thing right here. We haven't seen that. And we haven't heard what song? You're the best around. No one's gonna ever keep you down. So those three things, baby.
I still
for it.
work out to that song, by the way. Like that
Number
comes on my
3.
shuffle, and I'm putting in a few more bench presses. That happens. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
I'm gonna make a prediction though. I see a big showdown happening between Tori and this character that's on the screen right now. I think that's what's building up. I think that's what's building up. There's a lot of tension between those two. She's really riding Tori hard, and she's like, nah, Tori's resisting. And I think that they're building a really deep rivalry between the two.
You mean Hilary Swank's character?
No, Tori and her, the person on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, she made her punch a stone wall. She made her like punch rock. She was like, punch the stone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole Terry Silver Daniel thing going on there.
Yeah. Yep. Totally.
So I think Johnny keeps getting funnier. He just keeps getting funnier and funnier. I love him.
Oh, I love Johnny, man.
Like, I really warmed up to his character. I have to honestly say that. I warmed
Bernadette, I'm going to let you go right here, but thanks for the phone call. You rock.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me
Bye,
in.
Bernadette. Love you.
And I also want to remind everyone that Julie Pierce is the name of Hilary Swank, but wouldn't it be great to see Michael Ironside in the fucking show come back? Wow. Dude.
Even though him in anything and it's an upgrade. Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to see, this is going to be really, really cheap, and like this is just a cheap thrill for me, but I want to see
I'm also in cosplay.
I want to see Johnny put on the gloves like he did in what was it? Just One of the Guys. Remember, he was the villain in Just One of the Guys. William.
Yeah.
I want to see him put on the gloves just once in this series, just as a shout out to that. Just as a, I just want to see that happen once.
We haven't mentioned one thing that was amazing. Many things.
We got a VIP. We got a VIP caller. Sorry.
Holy shit, dude! That digitally de-aging of Johnny Lawrence. Who didn't cry their ass off when they saw that? When Johnny,
didn't.
I didn't.
Come on!
I actually didn't. I did not cry my ass off. I saw it, but I didn't cry. Like I was.
When Chris is talking about his past, you missed that when he's talking to the psychologist.
No, I didn't miss any of it.
I was probably looking at my phone. I was probably looking at my phone and
I saw it. I didn't miss it, but I didn't cry my ass off. I was just kind of like, when it's so obvious when they're doing like really aggressive CGI, I don't know. It's distracting.
All right. Well, hey, listen, we got our very own Johnny Lawrence from Australia. No, he's a Kiwi. Down under.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. What is up, Collaborative Kiwi Studio?
Hey!
What are your thoughts about Cobra Kai? And please don't flash us if you have that robe on.
Hello, I'm also in cosplay.
Yeah, who are you? Can you hear me?
Lewis, the signal's cutting out. I can't seem to hear you.
He's the dude from Enter the Dragon that's like, what's your style? Remember that dude?
I like it. All right, let's let him speak.
One thing about Collaborative Kiwi Studio, he's a friend of ours. He's Tyler. He's a movie maker. He creates films. He has
it's a delay. Films, that's all.
But he can't work StreamYard. He just doesn't know how. But he makes movies.
That's right.
The irony. The irony.
Go for it.
Oh my God! Charity in the house.
Charity.
Missed me so much, haven't you?
Cobra Kai.
Oh, sorry, go on.
What are your thoughts on Cobra Kai?
Oh no, I was actually about to say I was just about to switch off because my son's about to wake up and I've been on night shift. So this is really embarrassing. So I'm literally about to disappear. So
you
I'm
have to
really
go?
sorry, guys. Well, yeah, kind of. So this is like really awkward. Just for like everyone's reference, I was on Lewis's old channel about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
No worries. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, and by the way, also love you, Amy. I've spoken to you on Instagram, but I'm just going to disappear now and flash into nowhere.
You got it. Subscribe to
awkward,
Nuke the Fridge as well.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. Love you all.
Love you all.
Bye,
Thanks for
Jared.
coming on in here. Kiwi, you ready? All right, come back, bro. I'm gonna remove you a second and come back. Maybe you could fix it
No,
up.
bring him back.
No, he needs to come back in. He needs to come back in with a clean slate, so then he can figure out what's wrong because something's wrong with the city.
There was a sound delay.
Yeah. All right, Amy. If we get him in here, we'll ask. But Amy, last thoughts. Cobra Kai. What is up? Final rating. We'll talk about it again. Final rating.
Gosh. I am so happy that I watched Cobra Kai, that I wanted something new to binge, but did not even realize how much I would love it. I love it and love it and love it. And I love, like the 80s nostalgia, but then the whole, like, all of the characters, it's just so good. I don't know, just so good. I'm a terrible person to ask about like reviewing movies and film because I love everything. And people are like,
I mean, you have an opinion,
But I do. But I really, really loved Cobra Kai. It was so much fun to watch. And I'm excited for season 6. I love the way season 5 ended. And I thought it ended in a way that I could have almost said, like, this is tied up, wrapped away. I can like be like, boom, it's done. But knowing that there's more to come is really exciting. But it's so fun. Super fun, great characters, really fun to watch. And I'm into it. And I want to like start doing karate now.
Hey, see, it's real. It's real. It's gonna take.
I like that about it. I like that she said that because that show makes it feel like anybody can do it. You know what I mean? Like it really, like there's that underline, that little
for the most
undertone
part,
that, like anybody can learn karate, and for the most part. Obviously, there's that very unrealistic aspect to the whole thing, but I mean, the karate scenes are not too elaborate. They don't have these crazy kung fu masters that are doing Jean-Claude Van Damme splits all the time, and you know what I mean. It's just it's realistic as far as the students of karate fighting each other. You know what I mean?
I think you guys have to admit, though, there were some scenes in season 5 where the fighting looked fake as hell.
Oh, sure,
sure, like
really fake. Yeah.
Robbie versus Miguel, that sidekick,
well,
they don't even hit each other.
So that is a weak point of the show throughout, and it's something I just suspend disbelief
through the whole series. Yeah,
but they did step it up this season.
See, I found this season worse.
Really, they brought in real martial artists. That the Fist, that group of Cobra Kai guys from Korea. They are actually MMA fighters.
Oh, shivers.
Yeah, they're popular MMA fighters. So, yeah, and I thought...
is that one dude really missing an eye?
Well, I doubt that. He looked more like an anime guy, right?
Right.
But I like that. And they didn't have that much dialogue. I like that. And again, that is what the Knights of Ren should have been. I'm sorry. Disney Star Wars, you suck. The Knights of Ren should have been like that. That's right. Those are the Knights of Ren. You don't know much about them. They're in the background. They're Sith Lord light,
and they kick everyone else's asses.
Yeah. Instead, we got like some ridiculous. I'm sorry. It always goes back to Star Wars.
I call them guys in weak skirts.
Yeah. Okay, so we got that. Anyone else with some final thoughts on the Cobra Kai series?
I'll go. I was resistant, as you're aware, Lewis, and I started out watching it, and I went into it with the attitude of, I'm just not going to like this. I went into it telling myself that there's no way I'm going to like it. And I was going to tell Lewis at the end it sucked. And it kind of didn't work.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So it was interesting on how I evolved watching it.
Yeah. And, it won you over.
Yeah, it did win me over. And it also, I enjoyed the flashbacks because it did bring me back to that time. What I did not enjoy was LaRusso. I just wish that they would have made his character grow. And I just don't feel that they did in the beginning. It's like he was just stuck back there. And that was my only disappointment. I mean, he was great in season 5. It was like, oh, he's finally caught
That's
up.
when he finally grew. I actually agree with you there. Like he was just so stubborn through the whole damn series until season 5, and then he finally grew.
Yeah, and so that was good. So I am looking forward to season 6, and the reason why I want a season 6 is I know everybody's saying. I know, Amy. I know everybody's saying that, season 5 ended, that it would have been okay if it was a series finale. But no, I want to know what happens to John Kreese. I want to know, I want to see that big world match. I want to see all of that,
Show don't tell.
Yeah. So I'm good. And I would definitely recommend it. So, to anybody who hasn't seen it.
Collaborative, give us your spiel before we go.
Okay. Number 1, Kreese needs
you're
to
numbering
compete.
these. There's a lot.
Yeah.
He's got
not really. Kreese could go up for the part of the Joker, like Joaquin Phoenix versus Kreese. Far out. I'd love to see like that in a fan film or something. Number 2, the chemistry between the characters was just on point this season. I loved the joke where the girls were got in the band. They're like, "Hey, he played Billie Eilish." He's like, "No problem." Then puts on Billy Idol. That was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. Overall, this show is just so good. Like Lewis, I wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't for you, like recommending it constantly to everyone, like a crazy person. But it's you're right.
Hey, I gotta say this. I consider myself pretty humble, but listen, Netflix, you don't know how many people I told people about the show that were fucking laughing at me and that have come back 100%. And said this was amazing. A lot.
100%. Yeah, like I saw it when it was first on YouTube Red. Like that's how long I've been following this channel, dude. Like it was like crazy. Like
you did come on here. You did come on here after that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You did.
Like, I didn't even like the Karate Kid, which is the worst thing.
No.
Now I'm gonna seem like a hater.
I don't blame you. Like if you watched it as an adult, like I don't blame you at all.
Yeah,
the first one,
Daniel's not a likable character in those movies if you watch it as an adult, not a kid.
The film itself wasn't that good. Like it feels so old. I know that sounds so mean, me saying that, but it does. It feels so old to me. It's like, where's the 4K high definition? It's just like, it's just a bunch of blurry pixels.
I know. I feel so attacked.
We are old now.
Yeah, really. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I've just gone stabbed everyone in the toe there with that comment. But yeah, no. So look, I love the show. I think it's great that they brought it into a new audience. Yeah, I can't wait to see where it goes from here. It's going to be loads of fun. But damn, Kreese is such a good villain, and so is Terry. Like, come on, the bit where like Peyton List was like punching that rock ball, so good. Like, and then using her like anger and fear and stuff to go and like punch the rock ball, and like seeing the blood on her hands. Like, damn, that got me. And then we cut back to a cheesy pool fight, and it's like, fuck.
That battle between Chosen and Silver.
Oh yeah, Chosen was fucking...
And that was a battle no one really was like expecting. Holy shit. And also I remember what I wanted to say.
But Johnny piggybacking off of that thought, Johnny fighting all those dudes and coming out on top was dope.
And then looking at the baby picture.
It was so dope.
He was like,
let me piggyback off that thought. They pretty much made it clear that LaRusso's different from the villains in the movie. At the end, when they were in that limousine Hummer, you know, what's his name? Mike Barnes comes out like a crazy man, and he's like, "Yo, let's kick Terry Silver's ass." And you know, Machio's like, "No, we can't do that." And then fucking Johnny Lawrence is like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." And then,
I love that they were all drunk, like it was drunken.
So they look at
going as well.
LaRusso looks at Chosen and goes, "Yo, bro, talk some sense into this, guys. They want to go after Silver." And he's like, "That's a great idea. I tell you where he lives." You know, it's like, what?
Totally. This mass drunken bad decision was just, it was such a great addition to that story.
But like,
it was so good.
Chosen was such a good character this season. Like, I didn't like him that much in the previous season, but like this season, like his comedy was off the chart. Like the way he would reveal things to Amanda and stuff, and then like that scene where they're at the furniture store and Chosen's like, what about we're gonna need an ambulance or something, and then they like just cut straight to all the five guys just lying on the floor aching, and he's like, "Don't get blood on my couch," as they're like lifting the blood on the couch.
There is one problem though. I will say this is that if it does continue with Chosen and they do a romance with him and Kamiko, he beat the crap out of her in part 2. He literally sidekicked her and punched her, and it's like, I don't think this relationship's good. But then again, there was a lot of people trying to
work in a whole anti-DV thing.
Yeah, it's too much.
They need to work that in there if they're gonna like make that love story happen. Like,
but then maybe it's about second chances. Maybe it's about second chances because we've given Johnny a second chance. We're giving Chosen.
Man, but sometimes there's no second chances, bro. Like getting sidekicked across a room. Come on.
But he was a kid when it happened.
Oh my God. He was trying to kill her, bro. No, that was bad, bro.
Someone else.
Watch it again. Watch it again. That shit was not good. I'm
gonna have to watch it again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it.
I was watching and I go, "You're fucking kidding me. What the hell?" Like I was like, "What the hell's going on here, dude?"
Yeah, he was an asshole in that movie, man. He was horrible. Like,
he was an asshole.
Off.
He was a bad guy.
Was ripping everybody off. He was just a bad dude.
Yeah.
Like
but now he's a good dude.
Yeah, like the first movie, Johnny at least like handed him the trophy, like, "Good way to go, LaRusso, you earned it," you know. But this guy was just like a menace through the whole second movie.
Okay, but wouldn't you say it's maybe due to the toxic masculinity in this culture?
No, that was a step level over.
That's arguable. That's arguable, but yeah, I could see that being an argument.
Yeah,
but
I'm just saying, with me, like from a younger perspective, like I
at
see
the time
as a show all about second chances, redeeming characters who you thought were villains, and it's creating a gray area instead of the black and white that we normally see in a TV show. We've got that gray area.
Anyways, anyone else that I missed that wants to chime in? That's it. All right, scale of 1 to 10, and then we're gonna close the shit off. I'm gonna go first.
Chiming in.
Scale of 1 to 10. I give this season a 10 out of 10. I give the entire show a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, I usually don't give 10 out of 10s, but I gotta do it, even though I gotta say it does have flaws. I don't give a crap. I'm gonna look the other way. 10 out of 10. Give me more of this stuff where you respect the original characters and you bring on likable new characters and stuff like that. It doesn't have to have $1 million worth of special effects to be good. Amy, your rating before we go?
I would say all of Cobra Kai season 1 through 5. If I had to put everything together, I would actually give an 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Why so low?
That's not low. 8 out of 10.
No, it has to be a 10. Damn it!
No, 8 out of 10. Because
I'm just curious as to why the not be a
What would have made it go to 9? You think?
I don't know. Like, I mean, in general, I want a little bit, like, I am attracted to things that are more visually, like, just the more visual, the more like surreal, the more like eye candy. I want to see like, you know, visual effects and
Okay.
art. I want to see just something a little bit more highly stylized. Does that make sense? If it
Over
was
the top fighting, maybe
just a little bit more highly stylized in that, as far as like what I love to watch, but
like
as far as
or
production design, wardrobe design, like things that are just a little bit more like eye candy, you know, something that's gonna like suck me in. But as far
Getting
as
rid of the sitcom lighting.
No, I'm giving 100. I'm giving an 8 out of 10 for all 5 seasons.
That's a great
season,
score.
Like, let's talk about 40 episodes, right? Let me say.
So
but
if Ridley Scott had directed the whole series, then you would have given it a 10, basically.
Ish. But I would say, as far as watching a show that I have binged, that was like the most amazing distraction to like binge it. So much fun. So amazing. The nostalgia I loved, everything I loved. And out of all of the seasons, sorry, I keep hitting my desk. Out of all of the seasons, dude, season 5 was so fucking good.
Yeah,
that was so good. Like, it ended in a way. It wasn't like watching, you know, something and you're like, oh, you felt, you know, like I need something more. Like, season 5 was. That shit was so good. I loved it. I loved it. I love
agree.
Cobra Kai. I love Cobra Kai.
Don't forget don't forget to check out In the Closet with Amy Goodhart. That's her channel. Press 1 if you're already subscribed. Julie, if you could share that in the link, that'll be amazing. Videos coming in soon. The Glarer next. A scale of 1 to 10. Final thoughts.
Because of my age and having like been a follower of this franchise, you know, since it started, and loving those movies, and I loved every single one of them when they all came out. I'm gonna give it a 9.2 overall. Because I actually kind of agree with Amy. Like, there's some production value that's just kind of, you know, weak, but it is a series, you know. But the nostalgia is so overwhelming that it just really pushes that score up. You know what I mean? The nostalgia is like major factor. But at the same time, you know, that 0.8, I'd say that's lacking. I would say is a little bit of production value and some cheese and corn, you know, that was thrown in there that I was just like, you know, I could do without that. You know, the only reasons that I wouldn't fast forward through them is at the risk of missing something too vital to the story. But there were certain things that I was just like, I don't care about this. You know what I mean? Very few, but very few. Because I'm highly critical. Like, I'm criticized by my friends for being too critical. But so getting a 9.2 out of me on anything is amazing. I love.
I should, in a way, I should. You're right. I shouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 because the best creation that's ever been on film is a 9 out of 9 for me. So I'm gonna probably I'm gonna come back to earth and give Cobra Kai an 9 out of 9. I mean 9 out of 10. Sorry. So the best thing that's ever been on screen is a 9 out of 10 as well. But I do think this is actually better.
What got your highest? I'm so curious. What got your highest score?
The Empire Strikes Back is the best movie ever made. That's the best movie ever made.
Even with the panning, you know.
The Empire Strikes Back, best reveal, best cinematography, best outfits, best acting, best music.
The Empire Strikes Back is my favorite movie of all time, ever.
I would 100%. Put Empire Strikes Back as arguably the best sequel ever made. Arguably.
The only flaws with the Empire Strikes Back.
And that's only because I'm not a major Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. I do like Star Wars, but I'm not a Star Wars nerd like you are. I'm not. but Empire Strikes Back did it right. Like the bad guys won, the good guys lost.
Yes.
It had never been done before. It's amazing.
Cliffhanger. The only problem with Empire Strikes Back is that it needs the first and the last movie to be a complete story. That's it.
Right.
But Glare, follow Glare, press 1 if you're following him already. He's got some amazing stuff there. Very logical person. Very cool.
I want to do more of this. I want to do more of this nerd shit, man. Like this is right I'm not even kidding. Like, dude, this was such a refreshing break from the shit.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
It really was. Like
yeah.
I would run to an invite to anything that you're doing.
Well, follow me on Twitter at NerdLecca so we can get that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to contact you. But I'm gonna go next to Julie.
Grateful. Yeah, I'm so grateful. Thank you, man.
Dude, anytime, man. Julie, your final thoughts, scale of 1 to 10 for Cobra Kai overall.
Overall, 8.5.
Okay.
And that's because that's because, well, season 5 outbeat all 5 seasons, but 1 and 2, it was a little draggy. So, when if you average everything out as each season progressed, it got better. So I'm sticking with an 8.5, and who knows, maybe after season 6, we'll get a 10.
Yeah. Sounds good. And collaborative Kiwi studio.
Oh yeah. Cool. So I guess since we're giving our detailed rankings, so for me, I'd put this as an 8 out of 10 overall for all the seasons. My favorite season was season 2.
Wow.
That school fight for me, just put it right at the top. I love the emotions. I love the character. I love the story and the character arcs there. That's why that one's my favorite season. Season 5, I put maybe just below that. It was a pretty good mix of all of them. Yeah, and then I guess if I was ranking it, I'd probably go High School Musical, La La Land, Cobra Kai. So
High School Musical. All right, that sounds great, guys and gals, everyone watching right now. Nuke the Fridge. Nuke the Fridge is not only a YouTube channel. We do have a website, nukethefridge.com, and right now our writers are working hard to get these stories out. Rogue Squadron news is out. Some more Star Trek interviews. We got some theme park news, and it goes on and on and on. You want to know the latest about Blu-rays? The Blu-rays we're covering are on there as well. Video games are also in the mix. So I'm going to drop the link in the comments. So you want to click on nukethefridge.com. What? You're probably going, what a fucking weird name. What is that from? Well, there's a hint right here on the banner. Indiana Jones got inside a refrigerator to avoid getting killed by a nuclear bomb, and he survived. So that's the inspiration. It's from Crystal Skull.
It's
if not...
the one nobody remembers.
It's actually the only Indiana Jones movie I've ever watched.
And if not, you could say, listen, Spielberg had this great idea once. He had an idea that if you get in a refrigerator and you nuke it, it will be a time-traveling machine. Later, he decided to change the refrigerator and make it into a DeLorean for Back to the Future.
That is a true story. Was the best scene in that movie, in my opinion. That was the best scene.
Which one?
Like, when he got into the fridge, I was like, how's he getting out of this one? All right.
Well, we're not debating with you. You could either think it's the worst scene in cinematic history, or you could say it's the best thing ever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Crystal Skull is the best Indiana Jones movie ever made.
You think it's the best one?
Well, no, it's the only one I've ever watched.
Oh my god!
No, what?
Oh my goodness!
Did you just say that out loud?
Hey, Lewis.
Yes.
On that note.
What is she doing? I have no idea. On that note,
I said on that note.
Hit the exit.
When people are like rambling about this was so much fun. And
I love
I'm trying to help you be graceful. I'm like gracefully gracefully.
Well, we're gonna jam right now.
No, but
Amy,
wasn't this amazing? This was so fun and so amazing. I
Yeah,
love
I love
so
doing it.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick
so much
Silva
fun.
should get a picture from Nerd Report. You know?
well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this
so
more often.
much
Amy
fun.
in the closet with Amy Goodhart coming. The Glare Collaborative. Julie, don't forget. Nuke the Fridge in a couple hours. I don't even know if I'm gonna react to this, but I'm gonna be watching Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Probably the most
God.
boring show.
You gonna watch
It
the
is.
ring?
It put me to sleep last night. And nothing
I'm
put
out
me
of
to sleep.